this year, NANN will host similar events free to all neonatal nurses that focuses on self-care and other non-clinical topics, conversation, and networking. Before we get started, we want to hear from you via our Zoom polling system. When prompted on the screen, please share with us your primary nursing role. If you don't see a prompt, feel free to write your responses in the chat. We'll wait and see what kind of answers we have. Is everybody able to respond? Okay, let's try one more. Select how you feel you're doing when it comes to how often you incorporate self-care into your schedule. Okay, everybody answer the poll. I'm glad to see that this is an important topic for many of us. Thank you so much for attending. Throughout our time together, please feel free to ask questions about anything and anytime in the chat. Oh, and also for joining us tonight, you've been entered in a giveaway for a $100 gift card to Spa Finders, so you can get some more self-care into your life. Stay tuned to the wrap up at the end of today's session to find out if you've won. So tonight we had more than 230 registrants for the event. It's going to be great. Now let's get started. I would now like to introduce and take a moment to introduce Amanda King. She currently teaches second grade, and during her free time, she's an instructor for fitness classes at a local YMCA. One of the classes she teaches is barre. Barre is a workout technique inspired by the elements of ballet, yoga, and Pilates. It focuses on low impact, intensity movements to strengthen your body and core. Amanda is married and has 4 daughters. Her youngest girls are twins and were born at 34 weeks and spent 15 days in the NICU. Just a quick note for the best experience, switch your Zoom view to speaker view via the 3 dots in the upper right corner of your screen to keep yourself muted. And now it's time to welcome Amanda. Thank you for taking the time to instruct this barre class for us.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. When Kelly asked me to do this, it was a no-brainer. I love all my NICU nurses, and I still Facebook friends with them sometimes and share pictures. And our girls even raised some money for the Crown Point St. Anthony's NICU with their lemonade stand a couple years ago. So I appreciate all of you in this time more than ever with this crazy pandemic going on. But anyway, to go ahead and get started, if you are doing this, if you have a chair, if you don't, that's okay. You can hold on to a wall. So I'm just going to go over a couple of moves. I usually, in the class, we go from our calves to our thighs to our glutes and abs. So if you are able to join, go ahead and with your chair, you can just have it to your side just for balance. And we are going, I know you can't see my lower half, but our legs are together as one and are together. And what we're going to do is we're just coming up into releve. So like pretending you have those high heels on that you all used to wear during your shifts, right? So we're just taking it up and down, up and down. Your legs are zipped up as one. You're squeezing your glutes as you come up. We'll do a couple more here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to hold it at the top. It's kind of hard to see me. We're going to hold it at the top and we're just going to pulse it out. So little lift. So lift, 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 lift. If you can, you're going to reach hand up and then the other, and this is where we finish. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great job. So now you're going to face your chair. We're going to stretch our calves out. So my right foot is behind my left, and I'm pressing my heel down into that floor. So I'm leaning into my chair. My left leg is bent. My right leg, my heel is into the floor. And I'm gonna bend my back leg and extend, bend, and extend. And go ahead and switch legs. Heel to that floor, leaning into that chair, bend and extend, and bend and extend. All right, we'll continue on with our thighs. So we'll just do 2 or 3 sets of thighs and then we'll stretch it out. So I always like to stretch our, the group of muscles that we've used. So, and I will try, I know it's kind of hard to see. I'm hiding in my basement from my children. Okay, so you have a soft bend in those legs. My feet are hip width apart. Okay, I'm extending, so my right hand is on the chair. I'm extending my left leg straight out in front of me. Okay, straight out in front of me. My thigh is pointed straight up. My toe is pointed up. So I'm not out to the side, it's straight up. Okay. Now you're keeping that bend in that supporting leg, that right leg. And we're just gonna lift and lower. So that straight leg. Now, it doesn't matter how high you, I shouldn't say this, you're pushing all that energy out through your heel and that leg is straight. So it's a little up, little down, little up, think of an inch, little up, little down, little up, little down. A few more here. You're pulling that stomach in, your core is nice and engaged, your shoulders are down, you're not holding any of that tension in your shoulders, you're pulling them away from your ears. Now from here, I want you to draw a little circle with that heel. So a little circle, little circle. I'm going clockwise, but it doesn't matter because we're going to reverse. Okay, now let's reverse that circle the other way, whatever way you were going, opposite. You should be feeling it right in that quad.
Amanda, is there any way you can bring it more, point your camera down a little bit so we can see your leg?
Sure. Sorry.
Nope, you're good.
Yes, let me know okay. If you can't.
There you go.
Okay. Yeah, the camera angle area is not the best. All right, from here, I want you to bend your leg so it's a little bend and push. Bend, extend, bend, extend, bend, extend. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it out. Now what we're going to do is we're going to pop that right foot onto releve if you want. So you're onto releve, so like that high heel, you're pointing that left toe, and we're just going to finish here with little lifts. So lift, 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 lift. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. We're going to go to the other side, so you can just move your chair. Soft bend in that supporting leg, so that leg that's closest to the chair, soft bend, and you are extending that. I'm on my right leg now, extending my right leg. Again, my toe that you can see is pointing up. So it's not pointing to the side, it's pointing straight up, thigh is up. I'm pushing all that energy out through my heel, and I have a soft bend in my supporting leg. Go ahead, little up, little down, little up, little down. Again, our core is pulled in tight. Our shoulders are not coming towards our ears. We're pulling them away from our ears. A few more here, and then we'll add those circles. Hold it here. Let's circle it. So drawing that little, think of like a dime-sized circle. Your leg is still straight. There's no bend in that leg. Little circle. Drawing that circle with the heel. You still have that bend in that supporting leg. Let's reverse that circle. Your leg might be a little shaky. That's okay, shakes are good. All right, from here, we're gonna do that little bend, extend, bend, extend, bend, extend, bend, extend. 4 more, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold it out. Now we're coming up into releve. So on our tippy toes, we're pointing our toe on that right leg and just little lift, lift, lift. This is where we finish. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. All right. Now we're going to do one more for our thighs. So your feet are together as one, okay? We are going to come up into releve. So releve is where we're on our tiptoes, and we are going to bend our knees, and we're going to sink our seat toward sink our seat toward knee level. I want you to pretend that there's a wall behind you, okay? So you're not leaning forward, we're not leaning back. Your back is nice and straight, ear in line with those shoulders, okay? From here, we're just gonna go down and up, little down, little up. Now your legs are zipped up into one. You're squeezing those legs together. Can you get those heels a little higher? Think Vegas heels. Little down, little up, little down, little up. So from now, what we're going to do a little change. We're going to go pulse, pulse, up, pulse, pulse, up. So down, down, up, down, down, up. Keep it here. Are we feeling this? A thumbs up for the people that I can see. It's okay. When I usually take Zoom classes, my camera's off too. So down, down, up, down, down, up. Okay, we're gonna hold it down in that down position. Now what we're gonna do is we are gonna open our knees and close them. Now my feet are still together, okay? I'm in my releve and I'm open, close, open. I want you to think of peanut butter. So you're pushing and pulling, using that resistance both ways. Open, close, open, close. Now we're gonna go down with this, okay? So it's down, 2, up, 2, down, 2, up, 2, up, 2, down. Now hold it down. We're gonna do quick little knees, little butterfly knees. Open, open, open. This is where we finish. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Shake it out. All right, last thing for thighs. We are going to get into a plie. So plie is our feet are wide and our toes are pointed out, okay? We're bending. This is our starting position. So I'm not starting with my legs locked. This is our starting position. Now, from the side, you want to tuck those hips. So when you tuck those hips, you are bringing that hip bone up and in, okay? So you're kind of like squeezing your glutes, bringing the hip bones up and in. So that's the position that we're starting at. So from here, you can either use your chair or just have your hands on your hip. We're just gonna go down, up. Now look how little my down and up is. So I'm not going down and up. It's just a little down, a little up. So these movements are all very small and controlled. Down, up. 4, 3, 2, hold it down. I want you to lift that right foot up. That right heel is up and a little down, up. We're stretching after this. You're almost done with thighs. You guys are doing great. 4, 3, 2, 1. Right comes down, left foot comes up. Same thing. Pull that stomach in. Hips are tucked. 4, 3, 2. Now here comes a challenge. If you want, pop that other foot up into releve. Your hands are going up and we're pulsing. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job. All right, time to stretch. So getting down on the floor, you're going to put your right foot up, your right foot in front, and you're going to push those hips forward. As you push those forward, bring those arms up and take a little dive back. Great job. Hands on the floor, they frame out that foot, and curl that back toe under and lift up and do a runner's lunge. And down. Now send those hips back. Your left foot is going to come up and your hips are going straight back, and we're reaching for those toes if you can. You'll feel a nice stretch down the back of the leg. And switch, other side. Take those hips forward, push them forward. Hands come straight up and take a little dive back. Give me a nice inhale and exhale. Hands frame that foot, curl that back toe under, sink down into it. Knee comes down, shift those hips to the back, toe comes up. You can reach for those toes if you'd like. All right, now we're doing cat-cow. So you're on all fours, and we're gonna inhale up, cow, arching that back. Exhale, cat, round that back. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. One last time, inhale, cow. Now, as we round into cat, we're turning those toes under into a down dog. Push those hips up and back, and I want you to pedal through those feet. Walk those hands in and round it up. Round those shoulders back. Great job. All right, we're going to do some, I think we'll do glutes before we end it with abs. So for our glute work, what we're going to do is you have your chair, okay? And I'm facing my chair this time. I have off bend in that right leg. I am extending my left leg out, okay? So my left leg is out and it's straight. I'm locking my knee, I'm pushing through the heel. Now, when we're working our glute, we are lifting from our seat, from our glute, okay? So I shouldn't see like this, okay? It's little lifts because you're lifting from your seat, okay? So something that supporting leg, left leg, that heel, that toe is pointed, or your foot is flexed, but that heel is in line with those toes. Here we go. Little up, little down, little up, little down, squeezing from that glute. Four, three, two, one. Now we're going to take that leg in. You're kind of like making your cheeks touch each other, kiss each other, okay? So you're squeezing in. You're taking that leg in. So that left cheek to meet the right. Take it in, 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 in. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. Other side. Push through that heel. Right side. Soft bend in that left leg, and we're just lifting. You're lifting from that glute. So not from the leg, from that glute. Pull that stomach in. Relax those shoulders. A few more like this. All right, now this is where we get in and squeeze, release, squeeze, release. So you're squeezing those cheeks together. Your foot is still flexed, your leg is still straight. 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. All right, I'm just gonna switch my camera a little bit. We're gonna go on the floor and we're gonna do some bridges and then we'll go into abs. Kelly, how am I on time? What?
You still have about 14 minutes.
Okay, all right. So on the floor, we're gonna go into bridge position. So we're in bridge position. Your back is on that floor. Your feet are flat and we are lifting up through our glutes. And you don't wanna come up super high on those shoulders. It's more like where that bra strap would be. So that's as high as you're coming up. You're pulling that stomach in. And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna go down. Your glutes aren't touching that floor. There's kind of using that floor, and then you're squeezing to lift up. So down and up, down and up, down, up, down, up. Keep it here. Couple more like this. Squeeze those glutes on the way up. I want you to hold it up. And I want you, we're gonna hula those hips. So like a little hula dancing, you're taking that right hip up and then the left, right, left, right, left. You are squeezing those glutes the entire time, okay? So right, left, right, left. You should feel it in those glutes. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, I want you to take those feet, and they're on releve now. So they're pointed, okay? So on releve, sorry, I have a foot cramp, and you're coming up into the position. So your feet stay in releve the whole time, okay? So you're gonna take it down, squeeze up, down, squeeze up. And your feet are about hip width apart here. Down and up, down and up. Squeeze those glutes. You're just coming up, just to that where that bra strap would be. Hold it at the top. We're gonna do that hula again. So right hip up, left, right, left, right, left. Pull that stomach in. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last change. Now we're gonna dig our heels. Toes come up. The heels are dug into that floor, okay? So heels are dug into the floor, coming up and down. Squeeze it up. This you'll feel a little more in your hamstrings. Pulling that stomach in, take it up and down, up and down. Don't forget to breathe. We're inhaling on the way up, exhaling on the way down. A few more. Hold it up, squeeze those glutes, and let's hula. Right, left, right, left. Be feeling it in those glutes. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job, release. We're gonna stretch those glutes. A number 4 stretch. We're taking our right foot and we're putting it above our left knee. Okay, so it's above our left knee. We're taking our hands, reaching through and pulling that left leg back. If you want a deeper stretch, you can go ahead and take that right elbow into that right inner thigh as you pull back on that left leg. All right, let's switch that. Left foot above that right knee, pulling back on that right leg, taking that left elbow into that inner left thigh and pulling on that leg. Great job. Okay, so we're gonna go into abs now. So when I say a tuck, what we're doing is you are bringing your hip bones up and in. So like your rib cage, where your pelvic bone is, you're trying to bring that up to the bottom of the rib cage. So it's like a roll, okay? So that's what I mean when I say tuck. So we're gonna take our hands and do a diamond and put them underneath our glutes. My legs are zipped up as one, okay? So from here, I'm tucking. So it's a real small movement. Like if I would look, I would hardly see that you're doing anything. So I'm not lifting like that. I'm pressing my back against mat or against the floor as I'm bringing my hip bones up into my rib cage. So tuck, release, tuck. We're working our lower abs here. Legs are zipped up as one. A few like this. All right, now I want you to take your legs down, lower those legs a little bit, and we're just gonna bring them back up. So you're lowering them down to 45 and bringing them back up. Lower and up. Inhale, lower, exhale, up. 2 more like this. The next one, we're gonna lead them to R45, and we're gonna finish with tucks here, okay? So we're gonna tuck, tuck, tuck. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job. All right, come on up. The next thing we're gonna do for our abs is we're gonna work that mid section. So you're gonna take your hands, on the back of your thighs, okay? And we are rounding down, okay? So you are rounding that back like someone's gonna punch you in the stomach. Your heels are dug in that floor, toes are pointed up. Your elbows stay wide. We're just gonna go back an inch and up an inch, back an inch, up an inch. You can keep your hands here if you'd like, or you can have your hands out in front. Your shoulders are not creeping up towards those ears. Pull them away from those ears. Little up, down, up. Inhale, exhale. It's a little movement. Again, you can keep your hands on those thighs and you can use those hands to help bring you up. Elbows are wide. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great. Last thing for our abs. Onto our back again. Our legs are straight up. Our hands are behind our head. So when we're doing these, we want to make sure our elbows stay back. So you don't want them coming up like this. They're going to stay back. Your eyes should be at the ceiling and there should be a space between your chin. So you don't want to tuck that chin, okay? And so from here, we are coming up with high shoulders and down. So it's just an inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. A few more like this and then line the rope. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now extend those arms up and we're going to climb the rope. So as we're climbing the rope, we're reaching to opposite ankle, like we're climbing that rope. So twist, twist and reach, twist and reach. Working those obliques. Inhaling and exhaling, never holding that breath. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. Bring those knees into the chest. Kind of rock around. We're going to do happy baby. So our hands are going to go on the outsides of our feet, okay? And we are going to pull down on those, on the bottoms of the feet into happy baby. If you want, you can extend those legs to full happy baby. And release. Go ahead and take the legs together and you are going to drop the left leg. You can keep it bent or straight if you want a deeper stretch, and you are pulling that right leg in. A little bend and extend and bend and extend. Left leg comes up, right leg bent down or straight. We're going to bend that leg and extend, and a little bend and extend. Knees to chest, rock around, and when you're ready, rock yourself up. Final stretch, we're gonna straddle. Now take your knees and I want you to push them back. So my knees are kind of in here and I'm pushing back. Reaching up, you're gonna put your right arm in for right shin and you're gonna reach it over. Turn and nose to knee. Walk it out to the center. Give me an inhale. As you exhale, walk it to the left, nose to knee. Go ahead and turn, and that left arm is coming in front of that left shin, and you're reaching over. And release. Go ahead and put those legs together. So one leg pulling up through those sit bones. Inhale and exhale, forward fold. Hold it here and give me an inhale and an exhale. Great job, everyone. Thank you so much for having me, and I hope you guys have a wonderful night. Thank you for all you do.
Thank you so much, Amanda, for a great barre workout. That was much harder than I thought it was. I've never done barre before, so that was awesome. I'm sure everybody will be feeling it tomorrow, especially in those legs. I would love now to introduce our next presenter, Meredith Manch. She currently works as a physical therapist in a level 3 NICU. A few years ago, she received her certification as a yoga instructor. Today, she'll be leading a meditation and teaching us different stretches we can use throughout our work days. Welcome, Meredith.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for being here with me tonight. I'm actually coming from the NICU in our conference room, which is pretty cool. And so we're going to start off tonight's practice with a meditative practice. And then we're going to go through a couple of stretches that you can do even if you're working. I have a chair we can pull up, and we can talk through some things that you could do at a nurse's station. So we're going to start off the practice. You can either lie on your back, or you can come into a seated, comfortable position. Whichever one you choose, make sure that your back is nice and straight. Eyes can come closed or at a half mask position. And start to become aware of the space around you. Taking a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. As you breathe in, notice how the lungs expand, how the body fills with air. And as you breathe out, a sense of ease as the muscles in the body soften. Taking a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. And take a moment to just enjoy this feeling. Having stopped, having paused, nothing to do, nowhere to be. That feeling, that sensation of the body pressing down, feeling the weight of the body pressing into the earth, the floor supporting you beneath you. Checking in with the space around you, noticing if there's any sounds, noticing any resistance to those sounds, and just allowing everything to come and go as you sit there or as you lie there, noticing how the body feels today. Are there any areas where you're holding on to tension? Areas that would benefit from letting go? And now begin to imagine above your head a steady flow of warm sunlight flowing down into the body, all the way from the crown of your head to the tips of your toes. Imagine that this sunlight fills the body, and as it fills the body, it's going to melt away any discomfort, any tension, just softening the body, softening the mind. Starting at the toes, coming up the feet, up the shins, past the knees, up the thighs, the pelvic carriage, the abdominal cavity, up into the chest, down the arms, all the way to the palms and the fingers. Coming back up the arms, stopping at the throat, warming through the face and all the way through the crown of the head. Any tension is melting away, dissolving in the sunlight. You can begin to let go of the focus of the image, but let that feeling remain as you bring your attention back to the body, back to the feeling of the contact against the ground, to the sounds, and to the overall space around you. Gently open up your eyes. But remember to take a moment and check into this feeling that you can come back to whenever things get crazy in a unit or you can't catch your breath, knowing that you can always come back to this calm sense of feeling. If you are lying down, come to a seated position, either in a chair or on the ground. The next couple of activities we're going to go through, you can do when you're at work in a nurse's station. So I'm actually going to be moving to a different spot of the room. And please let me know if you guys can't see me well. But I have a chair here. And so I'm sitting down, resting and pushing into the arms of my chair and starting to do circles in a clockwise manner, starting off pretty small and then getting bigger, taking the whole body into it, moving all the way through the neck, down to the seat, and then stopping and making your circles counterclockwise, starting small and then getting bigger, putting the whole head into it, and then stopping in the middle. Taking your right hand and reaching either underneath your bum if you're seated on the floor, or if you're in a chair, hold the bottom of the chair. And you're gonna lean your body over to the left, bringing ear to shoulder, elongating through the neck. And then small movements, begin to look up toward the ceiling and down into the left armpit, up to the ceiling, down toward the armpit, back up to the ceiling, and down to the armpit, coming back up to neutral, taking your left hand and either placing it underneath your bum if you're seated on the floor, or grabbing the underneath of your chair, leaning over toward the right, and bringing the right ear to shoulder, elongating on the left side of the neck. With gentle movements, looking up toward the ceiling, down into the right armpit, coming back up and down. One more time, back up toward the ceiling and down to the armpit. Coming back to a neutral position, equal weight through the sit bones. You're gonna place your hands on your lap and you're gonna reach over. Left hand's gonna go over the body and you're gonna stretch all the way from the pit to the hip. And if you want a little bit of more sensation here, you can look up past the arm, up at the ceiling. Taking your left hand and reaching it around, either grabbing your leg or the chair, and on your exhale, find the twist. Coming back to center. Taking your right hand now and reaching over the body, stretching from the pit to the hip on the opposite side. And for more sensation, looking up at the ceiling. Coming back down and either taking the right hand and reaching around for the back of the chair or grabbing onto your leg, and on your exhale, twist. Coming back to center. Placing your arms out in airplane wings. Taking your right arm, bringing it across the midline. Left will go on top. Bending at the elbows and trying to bring your palms together. Lifting the arms so that your elbows are in line with your nose. Pushing your hands away from your face. Taking a deep inhale and arching back. Gaze is going to go up toward the ceiling. Nice spine extension. Tailbone's going to come up. And on the exhale, round the spine, coming forward, bending chin to chest, tailbone tucks. Inhale, coming back up, extending through the spine, tailbone tucks up, gaze goes up. Exhale, round through the spine, chin to chest. And then coming back up to a neutral position, arms back out to airplane wings. Now taking left across the midline, right on top, bending at the elbows once again, clasping palms together, lifting the elbows so that they're in line with the nose, pushing your hands away from your face, and begin to inhale, lifting, extending through the spine. Exhale, round the spine, tucking the tailbone. Inhale, rise. Exhale, fold. Coming back up to center and unbinding the arms. Shake them out, move around. I'm going to now transition to being on the floor and not in a chair. And so if anyone has a yoga mat, you could pull it out. If you don't, the floor is a great spot. If you guys can't see me, somebody yell out and let me know. But what we're going to do is we're going to start with our legs out wide, nice and wide. Flesh away from the sit bones. Big inhale, arms reach, lift the ribs up off the diaphragm. And on the exhale, you're going to bring your arm into the inner thigh, your right arm, and reaching the left around. Big inhale. And on the exhale, you're going to frame the foot and fold. Walking the hands to the center, folding forward. Walking the hands back up toward the center. Big inhale, arms reach, lifting the rib cage up. Exhale, left elbow is going to go into the inner thigh and reach. Exhaling, framing the foot and folding. Walking the hands to the center and fold. Hands are going to come back up, walk them forward. I'm going to do the next pose from the side. Hopefully everyone can see it. If you can't, let me know. But you're going to bring your legs out. So I have mine on the edges of my mat. My arms are going to go behind, and I'm going to let my legs sway from side to side, similar to seaweed in the sea with the waves crashing against them. Getting a little bit of rotation through the hips, through the spine, and then coming back to center, rooting down through the legs and through the feet. I'm going to root down through the left hand, and I'm going to lift up my hips similar to a bridge, reaching my right hand up and push up. Exhale, come down. My right hand's going to come down. My left hand's going to come up. Lift up for bridge. Exhale, come down. Inhale, reach up with the opposite. Exhale, down. Inhale, reach up with the left. Exhale, down. Last time, inhale up, reaching with the right. Exhale, down. Last one on the left. Coming back down. And then find your way into table. Making sure to stack wrists, elbow, shoulder, all in line, knee and hip. And on your inhale, similar to like what we did in seated, you're going to drop the ribs, tailbone's going to come up, gaze is going to come up. Exhale, round the spine, tucking tailbone under, chin to chest. Inhale, come up. Exhale, round. One more time, inhale, up. Exhale, round the spine. And then coming to a neutral table position, reaching forward with the right hand as far as you can, and then shooting the left leg out and behind and holding. Now, if you want to challenge your balance here, you're going to take your your right hand, reach behind and grab on to that back foot. You might get a little wobbly here. Pulling navel to spine is going to help you be more stable. And then unbind everything, coming back to a neutral table, reaching the left hand all the way out, right leg's going to shoot behind. And if you tried it on the first side, try it on this side, taking that left hand, reaching it behind, grabbing that back foot. Navel to spine to make it more stable. And coming back down. Next, you're going to move your knees about 2 inches back from where they are. Curl the tailbone under, curl the toes under, and push back for downward dog. Pedaling out the feet here. Getting some movement in the spine. And you're going to come up to your highest tippy toes. Pushing through your hands, bringing your bum backwards, and slowly letting your heels fall down to the ground. Inhaling, reaching with your right hand. And on the exhale, bringing the right hand to the left leg or all the way down to the ankle. For more sensation, gaze is going to go up to the ceiling. Bringing the right hand back down, reaching forward with the left. And on the exhale, finding the twist. Opposite hand, opposite foot or leg. If you can't make it all the way to the leg, you can always reach down on the ground. Hand comes down. Again, pedaling the feet here, walking the dog. And then taking your feet and walking them all the way to your hands. Hands are gonna come onto the shins and you're gonna push yourself away for some traction through the spine. On your exhale, hands are gonna come down, frame both feet, stepping the right foot behind, lowering the knee down. If that's a little painful, you can always put a pillow there. And you're gonna open up and reach for cactus arms. I don't know if we can see me. I should probably move back. Cactus the arms. Inhale, arms reach all the way up to the ceiling. And on the exhale, my hands are gonna come down, frame that front foot and step the back one forward and fold all the way down. Taking my hands to my elbows, and I'm gonna rock from side to side, letting my head hang heavy for a ragdoll pose. Inhale, hands are gonna come to the shins, pushing off, getting some traction. Exhale, hands come down and frame the foot. Now you're gonna step the left foot back and behind, lowering the knee all the way down. And on the inhale, open up, cactus the arms, similar to a goal pose position. Lifting from behind the heart. Exhale, hands are gonna come and frame that front foot, and then step the back foot up to meet the front. You're gonna inhale, big arms reach. Hands are gonna come to the top together at the top of the inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center. Now, trying to make sure everyone can see me. You're gonna step your left foot back. And your toes are gonna be pointed to the long edge of your mat. And then your front foot is gonna be pointed out in front. Big bend here in the knee. Making sure that the knee is not collapsing in, pulling it out from the hip. Arms are gonna come out for the warrior two pose, strong pose. On your exhale, you're gonna trickle your left hand down the back leg. Arm is gonna go overhead. Gaze goes up to the ceiling. And then coming back to a warrior two. Palms are facing up. Reach all the way forward and then bringing elbow to knee. Arm comes up for side angle. Leaning back into the pose. Almost as I'm doing a Zoom. Sorry guys, night nurses are coming in right now saying hi. Almost as if there's a wall behind you supporting. You're then gonna frame the front foot, stepping the back foot up to meet the front and coming to a standing position. Other side for warrior two, you're gonna step the right foot back and behind. Back foot's gonna be pointed outward on the long edge of a mat or a towel. Front foot's gonna be pointed forward. Knee is gonna be nice and midline. We don't want it to collapse inward. Back leg is strong and straight. Arms are gonna come out. Shoulder blades down your back. And on your exhale, you're gonna reverse your warrior, trickling the right hand all the way down the back leg. Coming back up to warrior two. Reaching forward, bringing elbow to knee. Arm will come up on the right. And leaning back into the pose. as if a wall was there to support you. Framing that front foot and then stepping the back foot up to meet the front. Next, we're gonna come onto our knees. We only got a couple more poses left. Everyone's doing great. Now, if you have any knee pain, make sure to grab a towel and roll it up, or a pillow to support the knees. So what we wanna do, hands are gonna come to the low back. Toes are tucked under, and you're just gonna shift the hips forward, lean back in the pose. This is a great pose to do in the unit. If you need a second to just decompress, and especially we're inside of an isolette all the time, or we're at a computer, we're very forward posture people working. So this opens up the chest and it just stretches everything out. Taking a deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Another one in through the nose, out through the mouth. Last one, deepest inhale, exhale. Coming back up to a neutral position. And you're gonna come down, legs can either be wide or they can be next to each other. So here, or they can be wide. You're gonna walk your hands forward to find child's pose. Resting your heart down onto the ground. Opening up through the armpits. And then walking your hands over to the right side as far as you possibly can. Stretching side body long. And then walking them over all the way to the left side. Stretching side body long. Coming back to center. Finding a seat. And I want to thank everybody for joining me tonight in a little bit of a meditative yoga practice. I want to thank everyone from NANN, and I want to send a huge thank you to Kelly for letting me do this. Namaste.
Thank you so much, Meredith. I can't wait to use all these stretches and the meditation in my daily routine and at work if I'm having a stressful day. So thank you so much. Sorry about earlier, guys. We're having a snowstorm here in the Chicagoland area. My internet's kind of sketchy in certain places, so I went out. But thank you, Meredith. Okay, so next on our agenda is a general discussion about self-care. Since we have such a large group on the call, we're going to be splitting up into Zoom breakout rooms to facilitate better conversation and connection. Once you're in your rooms, I encourage you to take your cameras off the stop video and participate, as this is one of the main goals in the events, is for us to really connect and learn from each other. We created some talking points to some questions and to help spark conversation. So these discussion questions are going to post now, and they will be visible in the group chats and in the breakout rooms. They are: introduce yourself. So take a moment to share your name and the institution with the group. What are your biggest challenges related to self-care? Has the pandemic made it easier or more challenging to find ways to incorporate self-care? What's the one self-care effort that makes the biggest difference to you? What are any tips and tricks that you've used to keep self-care in the mix that you can share with the group? Has 2020 helped you learn any lessons about self-care? And if so, what have you learned? And then looking ahead, if you had to choose a word that describes your main intentions for the months ahead, no matter what they bring, what would it be and why? So you will have about 20 minutes in your group to complete this conversation. After the discussion, we'll come back together for a few moments to wrap things up and to share details about the next session of NANN Connections, and also talk about the winner of the $100 Spa Finder gift card. So we're going to move you into groups right now. Hi guys, welcome back. I hope you guys had some great conversations in your group. I know we had some great conversations. We learned a lot. So thanks everyone who participated and shared during those conversations. We really appreciate it. So before we go, we want to take 2 more opportunities to learn from you about what we need most. First, please answer this poll about the best time of day that works for you to attend a NANN Connections event like this one. We'll give you a few seconds to respond. Okay, let's see.
Lindsay, do you want to show us the results? And are you able to do that yet?
Yep, I can.
Okay, so early evening seems to be a majority. So obviously we're going to, do the best we can to accommodate most of the nurses that we can. One more question we're going to ask you, this you'll fill in the chat box, is what non-clinical topics would you like to learn more about this coming year? So take your time, put it in the chat box, anything, we could do for a NANN Connection in the future. What would be most helpful for you? And just share your responses in the chat box. So feel free to type those in. And if you think of something later on, you can always, shoot us an email to NANN and stuff if you, come up with something later. So finally, I'm excited to share the date and time of the topic of the next NANN Connections scheduled for April 4th. It's from 6 to 7:30 Central Time, so the same time as today's event. And we're going to be talking about the topic of compassion fatigue and what we can do to minimize it. Please look for more details and various NANN communications coming over the next few weeks and months. And remember, these events are not just for NANN members, but they're for the whole entire neonatal community. So please encourage your peers to attend and connect with us in the future. Okay, so finally, the winner of the spa gift card it's a $100 Spa Finder gift card, and the winner is Kelly Spomar. Congratulations, Kelly, you're the winner of the $100 spa gift card.
Thank you so much. That's awesome. I was trying to type in the chat.
Okay. So congratulations,
awesome.
Kelly.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so with that, we're going to say goodbye for now. And until we meet again, take good care of yourselves and others. And thanks so much for joining us. Be well and good night, everyone.